Hello and welcome to Craft Rescue. My name is Frankie Santos, and today what we're going to learn is a method of card making called teabag folding. We're going to go over 3 different levels, from beginner to intermediate to advanced, depending on your level of card folding. Let's begin. For our beginner's module, I'm going to demonstrate with this large piece of origami paper, mostly so you can see exactly what I'm doing. So you're going to start with the white side of the paper face up, and then you're going to fold this bottom edge toward this top edge. Okay, and you're going to crease. You can just use your fingernail or your thumb or your finger pad to do that. And you're going to open up. Then you're going to rotate it 90 degrees. Then you're going to, again, fold this bottom edge toward this top edge so that they meet. And then you're going to crease that. Then you're going to open that back up. Then what you're going to do is you're going to turn it over so the colored side is facing you. And you're going to fold this corner to the top corner. And you're going to open that up. Now here comes the magic part. What you're going to do is you're going to fold along that diagonal fold, and it's just going to collapse onto itself and become a smaller square. Now what that looks like is there's an opened end like that and a closed end like this. La, 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 la. So what you'll end up with, if you use my versions of these tiles, are 8 of these little, you want to fold a total of 8 of these little modules. So once you get all 8 modules folded, you're going to assemble. And the way to assemble it is you're going to hold 2 modules together so that both of their open ends are toward the top or facing away from you. And you're going to dab a tiny bit of glue on the inside edge of your first module. And then you're going to insert the second one going over that like this. You're going to just hold that for a second so that the glue sticks. And there you go. There's your first 2 modules together. You're going to just continue that until you get to the 8th one. Now, when you get to this last one, to inserting this last one, you're going to proceed just like you did with the other ones. You're going to put a dot of glue, and you're going to stick that one into the one before it. So instead of, and you're going to end up with something that looks like this, but of course what you want to do is you want to make it so that, well, you want to dot this bit of glue, and then you're going to just put that last one in, overlapping them the same way the others do. There you go. Now you have that beginner module just like on this card. Ta-da! Now for the intermediate module, which looks like something like this, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. So you're going to start with the white side toward you. You're going to go corner to corner, or fold corner to corner, I should say. Open it up. And you're going to fold the other corner to the other corner. And crease that. And you're going to open it all up and have the color side toward you. And you're going to fold this bottom edge to the top edge. For those of you familiar with origami folding, you know that this is called the water bomb base. Okay, now we're going to collapse this little module along along this line right here. And you collapse, 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 and then it's going to turn into a triangle. So if you see, this is our big square, and we're folding in along these two lines, along this line, to make a triangle. Now, I'm going to fold this corner toward this other corner. Just so we have a guideline, actually, we're going to unfold that part. Then we're going to take this, we're going to fold this edge toward this center line. And then we're going to take the other side and fold that to the center line. And voila! Now you have your module. So next what you're going to do as you assemble, you do 4 total of these. And what you want to do is, oops, wrong card. What you want to do is, you actually just have to glue these onto its base. And you want it to just basically form a diamond. And you don't have to have it make a completely perfect diamond. It actually can be spaced a little bit away from each other. I'll show you what I mean in just a second. My glue is not cooperating. Just like that. So you can pick whether you want it to, all these edges to be all together, or whether you want a little bit more visual interest, especially if you have a really pretty paper underneath it. And there you go. Just like that. See, isn't that so pretty? In my example that I showed at the beginning of the show, I had all the points all together, which I think also looks quite pretty together. And now the final model we're going to make looks like this. This is the advanced folding one, and I'm going to show you how to do this module in just a second with this large piece of origami paper. Uh-oh, I got a fugitive piece of paper. All right, so what you do is you start with the colored side up, fold corner to corner, increase that, then you open it up, and you're going to turn it over so that the white side is facing you, and then you're going to fold the opposite corner to corner. Now, this is the tricky part. So what you want to do is, you're going to fold, but you're not going to fold quite all the way. What we're going to do is we're going to fold this edge toward this center line. But we're not going to crease it the entire fold, and I'll show you exactly what I mean in just a second. So, the trick to this is to bring this on this side, bring it up. And then you're going to fold all the way until the crease that you made right here, see that it's part of this crease right here, you're going to fold right up until it meets it. So this is what I mean by not folding all the way. So you're leaving this tiny part unfolded, or uncreased I should say. And you're going to do that on the other side, I'm going to fold this edge toward this center line. And again, not folding quite all the way. I'm going to crease, again, just up until that little point right there where that crease meets this crease, where those two lines meet. So it forms a nice little V, you can see. We're going to turn it around, or we're going to rotate it. And then do the exact same thing on the other side. We're going to not crease quite all the way, just until this point meets this point right here. Again, this other corner. To this crease right there. All right, so open it up, and this is what your model should look like at this point. Again, this is the white side, here's the colored side. And now here is the magical part. We're basically going to fold along this crease right here, and our model will emerge. So if you fold, so you're going to put these sides in a little bit. It'll make sense in a second. You're going to fold along that center line. You're going to have a model that ends up looking something like a kite. Not a box kite, in case you're wondering, but a kite shape. So go ahead and crease all the way around. You can even do that on the other side. So again, we folded, I'll unfold it again and you can see it again. So here it is unfolded. We're slightly folding these edges in and then folding down along that center crease. The last fold you have to make is to fold this corner, this point, to this point up here. And that's what your module will look like. This is the size in the ones that I made. And I want to make one really important point for when you're folding this. If you're using my design, which looks like this before you cut it out, what you want to make sure to do is you want to make sure to fold here like this first. And then turn over and fold along the other corner to corner. The reason for this is if you fold it the other way, the design is not quite going to work, and you're not going to get that darker part in the middle and this lighter part on the outside. So now for assembly, all you need to do is just glue each of the little modules all together, just like this. Just put some glue right here on the back. You can just use white glue. That's usually Elmer's glue, or if you have tacky glue in your house, that works too. That's what I'm using right now. Always be sure to not use too much glue. I'm using a little bit more glue than I normally would, mostly for speed. But if you use too much glue, it tends to wrinkle your paper. So you just want to be careful about just dabbing glue. You can always use a glue stick, which is always a good way to control exactly how much glue you're using, because it just glides on that little layer of glue instead of a whole big glop. And especially if your glue has been sitting a while, then it can come out in this big giant glop. Quick tip regarding your glue is since it is water soluble, you can just put water in it to revive it. So these just all fit together with the points, just all together like that. The nice thing though about glue is that you can, if you're using white glue, you can always sort of reposition things a little bit. And voila, there you go. A beautiful little design, just like that. I created the designs for all of these cards myself, and if you'd like, I may provide a video on how to do that as well. Happy folding!